afternoon, I'm Chief Meteorologist Sabrina. I notice you feel the chill out there. Temperatures today have tumbled about 5 to 15 degrees compared to yesterday. That puts us at around 59 in Fallbrook, only 60 in Camp Pendleton. Coming up, we take a look at tomorrow's forecast. We'll be right back. 60 degrees there. The dew point's in the 50s though, so it's a fairly comfortable air mass. It's not too dry, it's not too humid, although we will continue to watch for these values to stay out, at least on the cool side. So folks who really like fall are loving this weather. I think once we get to Thursday, we notice them increasing a little bit. We'll get a slightly above average by the end of the work week. The deal is we have this dip in the jet stream, right? That's a trough resulting in some cooler air funneling down. We also have some clouds moving through tonight, anticipating a coastal eddy, which means a 10% chance that we could be waking up to a little bit of drizzle and mist in the area. But remember, we're not really talking about it lasting for too much longer. High pressure forecast to slide all the way down through the Great Basin. Once we get through around Thursday, that's going to increase our offshore winds. And you know, when we get those winds coming in out of the east, it allows our temperatures to warm up. So not tremendously. We'll see them, I'd say, about maybe 1 to 3 degrees warmer than normal by the time we get to the end of the work week. Temperature-wise, though, for you, about 6 o'clock tonight, looking at pretty much the upper 50s for the coast, mid-50s for inland areas. Now, tomorrow morning, because of those clouds, these values will actually be warmer than what they've been the last few days. Nonetheless, still on the cool side. It's December, after all, so about 47 for you into Lakeside, the 30s in Palomar, the lower 50s for the coastline. Then by the time the afternoon comes, pretty much similar to what we experienced today. The low 60s across the board, dealing with more clouds than sunshine. Remember that morning drizzle. Then as we head on in through about Wednesday afternoon, temperatures yet again staying on the cooler side into the mid-60s for a good chunk of the area. That warm up coming on Thursday. Heading into the waters, if the cool air doesn't bother you, port of fair conditions with knee to chest high sets. Coming up, we'll talk more about the chance of drizzle and who can see it. Guys?
All right, thanks, Sabrina.
2 more days. We reached up to 62 degrees. Normally, we're into the mid-60s, so just a tad cooler than normal. We'll see the shift when things go above average by the time we get to about Thursday. Along with the cooler air and the clouds, we could see the chance of drizzle for us early tomorrow morning. Starting us off at around 11 o'clock tonight, you can see most of the activity staying out over toward the Pacific. But watch, by the time we get to 6 a.m., that coastal eddy spins up that moisture. Now we're looking into La Mesa, out over toward La Jolla, Del Mar, spots out over toward San Marcos. Could be waking up to a little bit of mist in the area. Once we get to around 8:30, though, the activity begins to calm down. You can see one cell maybe hanging right around Oceanside and into the Carlsbad region. The clouds will stay with us, and as a result, temperatures continuing to stay on the cool side after the morning. Small chance of rainfall. So for your coast, we'll see about 58 degrees at 5 p.m. Increasing clouds by 5 a.m. There's your drizzle at 55, and 11 a.m. Now you're at about 59 degrees. So these values are rolling still about 1 to 5 degrees cooler than normal for us. Inland areas at around 11 o'clock, 51, that chance of precipitation by 5 a.m. as temperatures for you fall into the 50s, but that's not as cold as what it's been the last few days. By 11 a.m., you're now looking at 62. Coming up, we'll take a look at your 7-day forecast. Guys? Out to sort of catch the beautiful view, we'll notice only about 59 into Encinitas, right on track there, and looking like around 60 into Poway, 60 also for you up through Ramona. Those clouds are staying pretty thick, and we're all going to see those clouds stay with us tomorrow, continuing to call for our temperatures below normal. Typically, we're about 70 degrees for inland areas. Far cry from that, and you can see just in the last 24 hours, the dip here, 16 degrees cooler in Lakeside as well as into El Cajon, whereas the coastline closer to about a 5-degree drop for you in Oceanside. Now, tomorrow will be pretty similar to today. We have to wait until the end of the work week when you finally start to notice a little bit of a warm up. Right now, a broad look what's happening across the country. Look at all the thunderstorms continuing to pop up throughout the southeast. In fact, there's a tornado watch that's posted for the Florida Panhandle moving throughout southern Georgia. There's so far one report of a tornado on the ground, although nothing confirmed, just Doppler radar indicated. Elsewhere, we're dealing with some snowfall coming down into Seattle. I had my little nephew call me up and say, is it really going to snow here? Well, yes, it is. Winter weather advisories are up just for picking up about a trace to maybe 3 inches of snow in the city of Seattle. That area shaded in purple includes Portland all the way down through Bend, Oregon. Winter storm warnings up in pink for folks into Medford. They could see around 4 to 8 inches of snow. Blizzard warning for your folks out over toward Dakotas. Fargo anticipating 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. You can see that warning lasting until tomorrow at 8 p.m. Gusts, though, up to 50 miles per hour. So anything that falls, somewhat making whiteout conditions with just how fast the wind is moving. For us, we don't have that much precipitation, just a little bit of drizzle in the forecast for tonight. 63 degrees tomorrow, going for the mid-60s, 68 degrees, returning to the mid-70s by Friday. That's a look at your 7-day forecast. Jason, over to you.